Ladies and gentlemen, it's Brian Rossman joined by Jake Schiavone here once again, and here's the opening contest of LCWA South Coast Fest. Team IYH, Donnie and Strider tagging against Danny Fiasco and Nightmare. And Jake, just what a contest. Here we see Strider entering. Just what a match we've got going here.
Well, absolutely, Brian. I mean, what you're going to see here is just high-quality athletes going at it right now. I mean, a lot of history between these two feds. It's going to be just amazing to see how everything pans out here. It's sure to be quite the show.
It surely is. And let's not forget, Strider and Donnie have yet to wrestle in IYHWA, but when IYH returns, it's assumed that they will be on the full-time IYH roster, so it's really an exciting match to see how these two work together as IYH wrestlers in this tag team match. So, well, it should be interesting, to say the least.
Well, here comes the second installment to Team IYH.
And, this is...
And the
fans
going
really
crazy
into it.
out there. But you know, Brian, it's just gonna be absolute. I am so pumped for this match because and this is just the kind of contest that I wanted to see open up South Coast Fest.
Absolutely, and let's not take anything away from Donnie. This guy has competed at Ozfest, Vickyard Fest. He competed in a wrestling federation that has 2 pro athletes now, but we're not going to get into that. The name of that. An undisclosed fed, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, Donnie absolutely, he's been through a lot, been through some amazing matches. I'm a huge fan of him, but I have to say my money is on Team SCWS. There's no denying that the leader of the team, Nightmare, just a tremendous wrestler, and I know that he's gonna carry his team alongside Danny Fiasco to victory here, Brian.
You gotta believe the ring chemistry with these two is gonna be better as well. Let's not forget Strider and Donnie have competed against one another in the past, and Nightmare and his brother Danny Fiasco now, and you could just see the intimidation factor maybe.
Well, Brian, I don't want to analyze things too far here, but what I'm thinking, why, in part, other than just complete dominance in the past by Nightmare and his brother, I just gotta say that they may have the advantage solely because they're used to wrestling on a base, whereas Strider has had a lot of experience on a trampoline.
That's a good point. Very good point.
I mean, and that's going to be the name of the game here. Just finding out your limits here on this base.
And our ruthless referee calls for the bell. And here we go. The crowd getting really into this, Jake. Opening contest of South Coast Fest. Can you blame them? And here we go. Collar and elbow tie-up. Donnie gaining the early momentum.
Well, there you see some technical difficulties there with the base, and referee taking care of it there. But, Brian, that just goes to show you, let's remember here, this is backyard wrestling.
Yeah, we're no budget here. And now these two back to measuring, then another collar and elbow tie-up. Nightmare going right after that left arm of Donnie, excuse me. Some quick moving there. Donnie doesn't even, almost like he can't even keep up with him there. These two. Donnie trying to reverse the pressure and does successfully there, Jake.
Well, I think the key here, Brian, for Donnie is just to stay in the. Well, I was just about to say the key for IYH here is to stay in the match because of the size.
It looks like
the size matchup.
Both teams tagging their opposing partner, and it looks like these two, the quicker, I guess you could say, the quicker of the 4, the quicker 2 of the 4 out there going at it. Danny Fiasco and Strider, and I don't really know who to give the advantage to here in this contest. These guys are both more than capable of holding their own. our cameraman getting out from behind Bomberry's back there finally, and we're back seeing some live action.
Well, Brian, I just want to point out so far. I was talking about how this is indeed backyard wrestling.
But beautiful vertical suplex there by Strider.
But thus far, a lot of people label backyard wrestling as this smash mouth style here, and just pure fluorescent light tubes, tables, thumbtacks. But right here we're just seeing some pure wrestling, and you gotta love it, my man. You gotta love it.
You gotta love it. It's right. Very evenly matched thus far. Nightmare went in there, trying to take advantage of Strider being, I guess, distracted by Danny Fiasco there. Now Donnie and Strider going up there. Some high risk. Oh, and taking both members of Team SCWS out there. Team IYH, some great teamwork there, flying and taking out both men. And here's a cover. 1, 2. Nightmare gets a shoulder up there.
Well, thank God. I mean, geez, the Nightmare got folded up like an accordion there on that double clothesline.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, I want my pick to stay in this match, Brian, because I just hate it when you're right.
Well, Donnie methodically going after Nightmare and continuing with some stiff forearm shivers there.
Well, Nightmare swinging for the fences right there, Brian, comes up short. Now he's just, look at the toughness of Nightmare there, just taking pure chops and forearms right there. Across the upper body, and that's what happens. Wait a minute.
Donnie ducked under it, and now Nightmare side suplex on Donnie there. I could not believe Nightmare withheld himself from that after that huge offensive attack by Donnie. And here's a cover. 2. Oh, Donnie gets a shoulder up.
Along with the athleticism, Brian, I mean, the strength and power has got to come into play of Nightmare. I mean, I've seen him get some people up for some amazing moves, and the strength of this guy is just amazing. And when you look at him, you don't really see that, but right there, I mean, getting Donnie just pretty much really elevated there on that suplex was very impressive to me.
Oh, Danny Fiasco going for a dragon suplex, hits it on Strider. Here's a cover. Oh, Strider only allowing a 1 count there.
Well, Brian, I'm not sure if he got all of that right there, but that's exactly what Danny should be thinking there. It was a great idea.
Jeez.
I don't think he got all of it, but that's the kind of tactics you got to take to beat these guys right here. I think that was a great decision.
Absolutely. And, well, we might be seeing some more high risk. Strider going up. Here he goes. Oh my God!